I want to get your juices flowing. Your creative juices. It's about the material tonight. Welcome to My Life is a Project. Its premise is that life is experiential and that you can and do experience the life you choose. Now I know. Do not think for 1 minute that I don't. I know. You take one look at me and you think, damn, what kind of life did he choose? A rough one. A rough one. I have faced poverty, still am. I have been homeless, and let me tell you something, fellow travelers, you have not lived until you have lived in a treehouse. I have battled both depression and suicide. I won that one, or so they tell me. I have been to prison and rehab, both for very minor stints, but really once you're there, it doesn't matter, it's all the same, you were there. So obviously, I've also wrestled with some addictions in my life, none of the really good ones, where this would be a whole different show. Woo! Like Robin Williams at the Met, Chef's back, right? Just all over the place. But despite all of that, amidst all of that, no matter what could be said about all of those areas of my life has also been very beautiful. It has been very blessed. And dare I say, magical. It is a project, and it is based on the use of the wheel of life and the arts for the new millennium as life-building tools. I'm not going to say a whole lot about that tonight. All you really need to know tonight, fellow travelers, is that it's a part of my life, it's a core of the project. And I did try to sit down and write a minor little explanation, but it was too much, it was too many layers, and it got very academic. And I'm not up here to give you a college lecture. I'm not up here to teach you anything, mostly because I don't know shit. It's true, I'm not overly educated. I don't have any particular skill sets. I'm basically just a guy, tilting along. I mean, the lights are on, usually. Mama Rabbit's pet name for me used to be Idiot. I'm really not sure it was a pet name. Because it's sad, it's so sad but true. Something up here just doesn't click right. Guaranteed, in any social situation, if it can be said wrong, it will come out of my mouth. I won't even have to try. It'll just fall right out. I'm going to give you an example. Once upon a go, it was very commonplace for me if somebody said, "Hey Matt, how you doing?" I'd say, "Hey, I'm not dead." You know, it could be better, it could be worse. I'm not dead. "Hey Matt, how you doing?" "Hey, I'm not dead." I said it so often, it was just second nature. It was like a trigger response. Even passing somebody on the street, "Hey man, how you doing?" "Hey man, I'm not dead." It just happened. So one time, I went to a funeral. Hold on, we're not there yet. Hold that thought. It was this guy I knew in high school. I was friends with his younger brother. We had reconnected about a year or two prior to his passing, and so I thought it was only appropriate to go to the funeral. It's after the service, but before the fellowship, and there we are, hanging out in the church lobby. Is that what they're called, church lobbies? Because I feel like it should have a much fancier name, like the Grand Receiving Hall. There we were, chilling out in the Grand Receiving Hall of the church. And the guy's mother, now we're there. Now we're there. If you're going to do it right. The guy's mother, who I haven't seen in like 2 decades, comes up to me and says, "Matt, it's so good to see you. How are you?" "I'm not dead." "Ah, shit." I am so surprised that I did not choke on the fellowship meal, because I wolfed that shit down. I hate to eat and run, but I'm gonna, because you can't take that back. Once that's out there, it's out there. And unfortunately, I am not just verbally disabled. I am also fairly clumsy and physically inept. If it can be broken, give me about 5 minutes and I will find the way. It is the way. In fact, I have a story pertaining to this very theater and such a thing, but I'm going to skip it for right this moment and move us ahead, and we can kind of circle back around. But I am not here to teach you. I am also not here to preach. You will find that a lot of my stories have a spiritual overtone. And that is simply because those are the eyes through which I was looking. That's my experience at the moment. I'm not here to tell you what to believe or how to believe. I personally believe there is a higher force in the universe, something far greater than anything we are. I don't know what to call it, so you'll hear me say God, the universe, spirit, life. Because I personally think that whatever name or label we give it is simply a limitation to the true power that it is. I recently read that Einstein, in an interview, said he claimed no credit. Einstein claimed no credit for his work. Einstein. Because he, and I'm going to paraphrase just a little bit, a lot, he believed that this greater power does exist and that it's basically pulling our strings. It's doing everything. So essentially what he was saying was, the greater power did it, he was merely the vessel through which the work was done. He went on to say, we have free will. We can do whatever we want. But we can only want whatever is right. Whatever was already going to happen. Einstein. Life has a plan of its own, fellow travelers, and we can fight it. But we can't win. That is why I don't try to do anything particular or be anything specific. I wake up in the morning and I do what's in front of me and I be whatever I have to get the job done and move on to the next moment. I really am just a guy doping along.